Hey guys, this is Haru Miyagi. I just want to do a video on Matchstick in action. So this is called a strategy tester. So we're just basically using past performance indicative future results. You probably heard that millions of times, but here just gives you an idea. When you draw a trend line like this, and what you're looking for is a close on the other side. And if you see price above the line, then what you do is you put in the command sell break, and once price closes beyond the price, you would enter the trade right there. Okay, so what we're looking for now is this market to possibly reverse. So that's kind of the trend line break idea. Is it's a reversal type of mentality. So if the trend is truly down on a bigger time frame than the 1 hour trend, this is what we're looking at, is a 1 hour perspective. And we'll just kind of walk you through the idea itself as time goes on. Okay. So here I can actually draw a trend line now. I can look one for here, or I can consider right here and here as 2 points of respect. So you can see how the market bounced off this area of support and this support right here. You can use trend line properties. Okay, you can use the trend line scenario or the horizontal property as your breakout trade. So let's say we put in sell break like this. So you double click on the line, it shows this little dot here, and then you right click and go to horizontal properties, and then you put in the command sell break. So price must be above the line in order for a sell break to work. So here again, what we can look for is a sell break. And typically what I'll do is I'll take one position just to test the waters out. If the market goes in my favor, then I'll get more involved. If it doesn't, then I might be looking for another setup. And what I'll look for now, I'll just kind of just walk you through. So when it closed beyond this price, and it was above the line forever. Okay, what I'm going to be looking for now is a possible trend line here. Okay, let me actually pause it here, so you can see how long it took to cross that line. It's forever. Okay, and what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be looking for a trend line break from this point, and I can see that this is a pretty good swing point. I really like how when the market does like an engulfing pattern where it comes down really quickly and it engulfs, that's where I like to put my sell break commands. So sell break, and what I'll do is you can put your stop loss and take profit levels in. The magic number is supposed to be 0, so it's supposed to be a hit. So here it may round it. It may not be a hit. Okay, on the back strategy tester, it doesn't work that way. So what I'm looking for as far as a target is I might look for like either previous support and resistance, or maybe this low right here, or maybe even this low right here as a potential target. Like I can use support and resistance as my target, so I might look to target right there as my target. So I put in sell TP. Okay, so I'll look at this. I mean, you can look at these breakout trades and look how many pips you could actually gain just taking these small trades and going back down to support. So I'm actually going to look to trade back to support as my target, or you can use horizontal lines or trend lines as your targets. Okay, and on the left hand side you saw it list your profit target levels. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and get closer to the chart for you, and more stop loss is above here, and you can look for a buy opportunity. Maybe I'll look for a buy break above this line, have my stop loss in this general area for right now, and you can adjust it to whatever loss size is feasible for your account. Okay, and you can preset it. So let's actually go ahead and see this in action. So like I said, I have a sell break, and it has to be above the price itself, and once the price closes beyond this price, then it's going to enter a trade for me. Okay, and like I said, this market has been up. These are hour bars, so that's like 8 hours, 10 hours, and the breakout itself, like if you took the smaller breakout like this, I mean it moved really quickly, about 40 pips within a few hours, and that could have been when you're asleep or just simply not around. So what I'm looking for now is this trend line here. I'm going to go ahead and pause it. I actually really like this trend line. So I have one position that's just in the negative, but you can see that I could just have really small positions, and I'm actually going to be more involved if this is like a double top scenario. Okay, if this is the high and it's topped out. And I'm maybe looking for this market to possibly move downwards. If it doesn't, then I'm going to get stopped out right here. Okay, so let this thing run its course. Okay, so it closed below that line, and like I said, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours of just waiting for that to close, if that's your entry strategy. Okay, and you can see that this market has, respected this trend line, so it kicked off of it a little bit. Okay, and now what I'm going to be doing is, if this market really picks up, so there's 3 positions, I'm going to go ahead and move my stop loss behind this swing high here. Okay, so I somewhat minimize my risk. I won't adjust it until it starts taking off. So it's broken the support level. What typically may happen is a retest of this area. So I have 3 trades in the green, and what I can probably do now is just move my stop loss into +1 of all these. I can either draw a trend line to cover the position if I want to, but typically I like to have another swing high to refer to in order for me to really draw the trend line. I could look for a sell close SL command on the top of these candlesticks and have it cover it like that if I want to go like this, and just simply let me just slow this down a little bit. Okay, so like I said, I could actually have like a cover itself based on a close. Okay, so what I'm going to be looking for is a possible downward push, because we bounced off support and we may be kicking upwards a little bit. So I'll look for 2 swing lows in order to maybe add another position. Okay, and like I said, this could happen within either a few hours or maybe simply just not being around. So what I'm looking for is this low here and this low here, and if it recommits, then I'm going to get more involved here. If it doesn't, then it won't enter the trade for me. Okay. So again, you can use this trend line. If this is a truly swing point, then what I can do now, if it does punch downwards, then I'll actually use this as a cover. I actually hit my stop loss. So what I can actually, or take profit. So what I could have done is, once I have these 2 points, then I don't have to worry about it anymore. I could actually have this cover the trend line here, and if it takes offwards, then it would close based on the cross of this trend line. So you can have positions that, see how much more profits I could have actually had. Man, oh boy. Okay, so I missed out on another 60 pips or so. But anyways, I mean, you can actually have this trend line here that could make it so you take a cover, and it's basically a trailing stop in a trendline manner. So what I'm actually going to be looking for now is possibly a breakout trade here. Maybe we'll look for a buy break with this situation here. We'll just see how the market's reacting here. Okay, and we're just going sideways. So like I said, we could have, but that's the thing, is if you already have a target, that's great. We profited on one trade that made 127 pips. This other trade that made 146 pips. This other trade that we had was 135 pips, and then we had a really small trade right there with 20 pips. Okay, now what I'm going to be looking for is, it's down quite a bit, and depending on what kind of mark you're up against, if this mark is a true uptrend. So let's actually kind of squeeze a chart here. So you can see that this is an overall uptrend. Now if this is a swing low right around this area of support and resistance, you can see that that's support right here, resistance. So if this price holds, this trend line break is going to be really nice. I'm going to actually look to trade it back to right around here where it broke out of. So that will be my buy TP level. Okay, and like I said, you can pre-plan this, so you don't have to sit there and puppy guard your charts all the time. Okay, so if that is a swing low, Then what I'll actually do too is probably put my stop loss behind that low. Okay, so buy SL. And let's see if we can lose on this trade or not, or we'll see what kind of market we're up against. So I might enter my trade and then maybe go to my stop loss, or we'll see what really happens here. Okay, so in order for a buy break to work, is price must be below the line before you put in the command buy break. On the left hand side here, you'll see that it will include the stop loss that you put in. So if I put buy SL here and then buy TP there, those are the functionality here on the left hand side. You can use horizontal lines for your stop loss, or even trend lines depending on how you want to trade. Now, so we have a trend line break, but we may see a retest of this trend line. Maybe it's going to consolidate. We don't know. But in this kind of fashion, we may actually see a bounce off of this support again. So the beauty of this is you can actually use limit orders as well. So if you like buy limits or sell limits, you can use that as pending orders. Okay. And all you have to do is adjust the actual settings in the input sections to access those commands. So you can look for bounce off trend lines, you can look for reversals, closing commands. I mean, you pretty much name it, it literally can do anything for you. But we're just using the breakout commands, so you just get a better gist of the basics. So what we've done is we've broken this trend line. We may be retesting, we may not. If this market does meander upwards, what I'll probably do is draw another trend line on the bottom in order for me to protect this original position and try to eliminate my risk of my trade, because that is a pretty big entry to stop loss level for not a very big take profit. So typically, like this situation, you can actually just trade with very small lot sizes if your stop loss is big. Okay. So if this is a swing low, it may not. What we can do, again, we can automate some of the functions here. So right here, I can actually put in buy close SL. Once those points are established, so price must be above this line in order for this function to work. So I mean, this trade is still at risk. If it does cross this line, then I may lose out on a little bit. If it doesn't, it's my target, then that's great. And maybe it will actually be something that I can make a little bit of pips out of there. So let's just let this thing run. So right now this market is just kind of a sideways market. Maybe it'll kick up a little bit, maybe not. And that's the thing with using Matchstick. You can use one line or two lines. So what I might look for, if this thing does continue going upwards, what I might look for now is a possible sell break command right here. Okay. So I'm looking for a close on the other side of this line for a sell opportunity. And you can pre-plan the trades, one to take the buy, one to take the sell. Like I said, this market right now is not the best buying opportunity, as you can see. It's just kind of like the meander trade. So this trade may end up maybe +1, may +2. So it's just monitoring the trade. And for those that are new to this, it's best to have like a VPS server. You can talk to your broker, or you can look at the Forex Circle website, and there's a discount of 10% a month. Mainly a VPS server is something that runs in the background, and you basically put your MetaTrader 4 platform on the actual platform itself, and by doing that, that helps you not worry about computers falling asleep if there's a storm. There's so many variables that can come into place, and just being connected with the platform and brokerage, so you're able to take advantage of these trading opportunities. And that's just how EAs work. Now we may be looking to have everything be operating on the broker itself, so there may be a possibility that we can make it so doesn't have to, you don't have to worry about it at all. Okay, that's something we're just working on. Oh, so I don't know, we might have made 1 pip out of that trade, and maybe we should have had our trend line just like that. Or we might have made 2 pips, maybe not. So we're looking for a sell break command now. Let's see here. I actually like this trend line here. So this trend line from this point to this point. So we have, 1, 2, 3 points of respect. So I'm maybe looking for a break of the trend line for a sell opportunity. Right now I don't really have a clear stop loss. Maybe right around here to be a good stop loss behind this swing high is something I can refer to. What I believe this market may just climb up this trend line a little bit, and then what we can do is maybe find a better entry when it kicks upwards again like that. So what I'll do is have one trend, 2 trend scenario. So I'll put a sell break in there. We'll just see how this works. We'll see if we can lose on this trade, or see if this trade will actually work out or not. Now, some people like trend lines itself. Some people rather have the horizontal lines because they're only looking for like this one opportunity right here, like this kind of double top situation, and they're just looking for that one breakout trade like that. That's fine. And you can just use different methodologies. Some people like using moving averages, so when it broke this low is below the average, so that was a selling opportunity, or the break of this high for a possible small buy opportunity, as you can see. And I might just get rid of this let's see here, this buy close command. And you can see how it's monitoring this trade here. I'm just gonna try to get rid of this line here. Oh, it's this one right here. Let's get rid of this one. So I got rid of that one. We do have a cleanup, so you don't have to worry about these either. So there was an entry based on this smaller break, another entry right there. Maybe we'll just move our stop loss right around here. Okay, behind the swing high here. And again, it's not a hit because of the magic number on the strategy tester, but you can adjust that in the settings input section. Is you can move it to 0, and then it's just a hit. So whatever you draw the line right here on the left hand side will show you where it's going to exit out on price. So if this market moves downwards, what I could do just to minimize my risk is possibly have a trend line like this. Put this as a sell close SL command, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, and if it pushes downwards nicely, then we can go like this in a steep manner. And so we've automatically eliminated the risk there on these 2 trades here. And supposedly it's supposed to close out right there. But we'll just wait. It's supposed to be a hit, but that's kind of weird how it didn't. Oh, because I don't have the command sell, or I put limit order, didn't I? That's why. I should have put in a sell TP. That's why it doesn't work. If you don't put the right command in, it's not going to work. That's funny. But I mean, at this point in time, when you're in this situation, oh, that's why there's a sell TP right there. Okay. And then you can see we entered right there. We closed out there. But we had a really nice position because we entered right there and there. We already had your TP level and a closing command to really just basically benefit from securing the profit. So now I maybe want to try maybe a buy break command and see how the market reacts with that. See if we can lose on this trade, and then on the low here, maybe that'll be my stop loss right around here. Okay, this wick low on this other side here. So this may be a double bottom situation, guys. So let's go like that. So if it breaks this trend line, again with a buy break scenario, you must have price to be below it first before you cross it. So you can use a horizontal line or a trend line. So we're just going to do one more test and we'll see how it works. And then hopefully this video has helped you understand just watching Matchstick in action. Let's kind of just see some of the trades that we've done. We'll just let this thing do its thing. It didn't really close yet, but like I said, waiting for that close could just kill some people. It's really saving you a lot of time here. So here with this trade, we made, again, the exit right there, kind of prematurely, but that's fine. We can secure profits 136.3, and then right here with this one about 147. Here 137, and then I think we entered right here like 20 pips. And then we just took one position here and closed out early. We could have profited 43 pips just because our trend line wasn't drawn properly. But these other two trades were really good. It went to 99 pips there, and this one other trade went to like 79 pips. And so we're just looking for this last position here, see how this works. Alright, and like I said, there's a cleanup that we've actually produced in our new version, and you don't have to worry about deleting these lines or these commands here. Let's get rid of that. So what I have now is a buy position based on a break. This is not like the best trend line you can ever imagine. My stop loss is behind here, and maybe I'll actually add a position if it breaks this high here. Okay, so I'm going to put buy break here if it goes in my favor. Now this market may continue going downwards. You can see that we are in somewhat of a downtrend in a smaller time frame perspective, but if you look at the overall trend, it is up. So what I believe this to do is actually climb up quite a bit. So I'm actually going to look to target let's actually target the swing high here as the exit right here. Okay, so we have good risk to reward per se. And let's see if we can actually minimize our risk now. So what we want to do is connect these two swing lows here, and then I'll put in the command, because we're in a long position, we'll put in buy close SL, no spaces at all. So buy close SL, you'll see on the left hand side what it's doing for you. And so like I said, if you're in a buy and if it keeps on going up, that's great. But what you're looking to do is, so you don't have to like sit there and like readjust your stop loss. You know how trailing stops work. You have to keep on readjusting it, and it just takes a lot of work. And so what Matchstick can do for you is you just connect these two lines and just put in buy close SL. So it's based on a close on the other side. So you're in a buy, and it's a stop loss based on a close beyond this line. So the close could be clear out here on the right hand side. It may even just continue going upwards. In all reality, this market may even hit this trend line here. Because what happens too, for some people that understand this, is see how it's support here, and when it breaks, it sometimes comes back as resistance, as a target point. Okay, and that's kind of a longer term trade, but we'll just look to try to exit at this resistance level right around here. But this is just a trade now. If it does take off quite a bit, then based on the closing command, uh, we're actually securing more profits as it goes up based on closing higher closes on candles. And we're just facing a really sideways market, so you can see it's just not as active. So it's kind of boring. But you can see how these lines are being readjusted as time is going. You can see how that kind of scoots to the right. Okay, so this might, oh, is it getting closed? It might have closed. So we're looking to lose on one trade, looks like, and we might be profiting on just the other. Oh, we may not. Okay, so we did lose on one trade and we profited on the other trade, which is fine. So I just want you to just get the feel of this idea of using trend lines, and we probably would have gone in as a sell right there, but I just want to walk you through the results that we got. Okay, and kind of the graph. So you can see that our trades gradually went upwards. Okay, this is the equity line here. Okay, and then here's the balance. So you can see that the trades kind of lasted longer on some scenarios, and then it flatlined, taking the profits, and then you can see some other trades that we had, okay, going upwards, and then when we closed them out, then it went into the balance. So the results itself, guys, just to kind of just walk you through that. Let's see from the bottom, top here. So $15 on one trade, and you can just see these trades just add up. So we were only trading with one mini lot, which is $1 per pip. So if we were trading with a standard lot, that'd be instead of $687, that would be $6,870. So that's kind of the test run of using Magic, and hopefully this video helps you understand how to use it. All right, take care, guys.